I think a lot of people can just make acquaintances um, easily, but
Did you say
you
acquaintances? You mean acquaintances?
acquaintances easily, but it's they can't really keep stop laughing at my English.
16 days until we pick up Ella from China. Tonight we're talking about superpowers. Everyone has a superpower or has the potential for one. I think my superpower is networking and building relationships quickly and building meaningful relationships. So I would break down relationship building into number one, starting the relationship, number two, building the relationship, and then number three, maintaining that relationship. So those, to start a relationship, I think it one of the things I fundamentally believe is true is that you just have to be an interesting person. Everyone has something interesting about them, and I think that a lot of people believe it's better not to share some of these
Very personal elements.
non-business
Right,
activities.
right, right. I actually learned a lot from that because being in my profession, it's easy for you to feel that you want to stay absolutely professional when you are reaching out to people, when you're trying to, just the first impression, you want to be very professional.
Especially
And
with being a lawyer.
yes, yes. I learned from you that it's okay to share some personal elements when you are at a business meeting. And actually, it's been the reception from the other side has been great. And actually, that is one of the reasons why the other person can remember you. You stand out because you are willing to share a little bit more, and you, you go to a business meeting. Everybody wears a black suit. How do you stand out? Other than just like Jordan wears like very bright clothes. Another thing is you have a more colorful personality and information to share. I think
And
that's
that reminds me actually of a really good point. In the first phase of relationship building, you have to create an interesting story, some type of narrative. Like you are the China woman who's also a lawyer, and your husband does this startup thing
yeah,
related and also has
yeah.
a nonprofit.
I have a very unique elevator pitch.
Yep. It's having that compelling narrative
Yeah,
and
good story to tell.
learning how to tell your story
Right.
in an effective way. And
Yeah,
I
you
think
just
that
bullet point your story.
you have gotten. I'm very good at bullet points. I cannot put together coherent sentences,
You don't know how
much
to
less. I
speak
don't
in
even
a
know what
full
I don't even
sentence.
know what a paragraph is.
I guess do some soul searching and just make sure that your story is interesting to the other person. And I'm sure everybody has something interesting going on in their
One
life.
hundred
Yeah,
percent, you do have something interesting
yeah. You
about
just need
yourself.
to do a better search.
Write your bullet points about your life, and actually, if you want, comment in the section here. Just write out your own bullet points. We're more than happy to kind of help you elaborate on that story. Start, build, maintain.
Okay. Then how to build it?
The way that you build a relationship is it's particularly important during the early phases of a relationship to listen carefully and to truly be interested and highly curious. And
So first is to be interesting, and second is to be interested in
yes,
the other person.
and part of the of starting is also to be interested. I got the hiccups. Is to be interested in them. But I think really what helps to really kickstart that relationship or let kindle into that fire of the relationship is just to be genuinely curious.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
as some of or all of my friends and family colleagues know, I ask way too many questions. But I'm just
Our first date, you were like an interviewer interviewing me.
it was an inquisition.
Interrogation.
It was actually an interrogation.
Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? So, what is your. You never asked me what my favorite color was. But
Really? Yeah. Actually,
you asked big questions. More like small little questions.
Yep. And so I didn't even know what your favorite fruit was at our
Nope.
wedding.
Nope. Failed that.
Fail blog.
And your answer was your own favorite fruit.
I projected onto you. So I think you have to be interested and ask a lot of questions. And actually, one of the specific tools that I use in showing that I care about someone is I take notes. Like it sounds
Yeah.
weird, but even when Jing and I are on a date or I'm with friends, like I literally take notes on a piece of paper or Evernote, just because to me it shows that I want to show the other person I'm actually listening to what they're saying. I really care about their lives because I do.
And then that
And I also
also
have a short term
helps.
memory.
That also helps you follow up. It's that goes to the third point, which is how to maintain, right? So that helps you follow up. Literally, if you go into a third meeting with the other person and you remember vividly, you show that you remember what you were talking about at the first meeting. Imagine how you stand out and how the other person feels that you care.
If you don't have those note taking skills down,
Yeah.
then you're not able to build a large network because what you're just saying, you just forget.
Yeah,
And
totally
so,
forget. And also, that also goes to like how to prepare for the first meeting, right? Or first phone call. You really need to
do your
go
homework.
through, go through that person's resume, go through that person's LinkedIn profile. What if that person has written something or published something important, you want to know about it and read about it, or at least know the summary of it, so that is just helps you start a relationship much.
100%.
Yeah.
And then in that first discussion, because you've done the homework on the person, it just allows for so much more discussion to
In
unpack.
practice, yes. How do you maintain a relationship?
I actually have reminders in Google Calendar and other types of CRM features where I will tag people.
What is CRM?
Customer relationship management.
What app do you use?
I use HubSpot.
That
And
is a app that you download and install
on the
on
Outlook,
Gmail.
yeah, you can. It's a Chrome installation. There's also a free account, and there are different things that work for if you use ProsperWorks or all these different CRMs or Zoho, and I classify kind of my contacts based upon who I should contact once a month, once every 3 months, once a year. There are particularly certain mentors in my life. I have these quarterly updates. So this is just the beginning of us exploring this topic. We're going to do a lot more deep dives into how do you systematically do it. But I want to use this video just to kind of give the high level about how I think about really breaking down relationship building. And so to summarize, the way that you create a strong network is very simple. One, you have the start phase. Two, you have the build phase. And three, you have the maintenance
Maintain.
phase. So we'll keep on expanding on that. If you have questions, comments, or other kind of topics you want us to explore, then comment here
Comment below.
and then subscribe here.
Right here.
There you go. Subscribe here. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
One kid.
One kid. America. She's from China.
Partner in law.
Oh, yeah. Partner at a law firm.
I don't want to do that. That's not fun.
I'm having a lot of fun over here.